You've said that this season is about the evolution of Emily. So let's talk about her evolution.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that Emily this season has definitely become more quietly confident within her work, within her own kind of sense of style, within her place in Paris. Of course, then you uproot her and take her to Italy, but you're taking a version of Emily that's a bit more confident of being who she is and putting her into a foreign city, so she's going to react differently than the first time, I think. And Italy welcomes her with open arms right now, whereas at the beginning Paris was quite closed off to her. So it was interesting to kind of see how she's changed from episode 1 season 1 to now. I also think that when you're getting to know a character like Emily for a season 1, you're getting to know her emotionally but also physically. So she's going to be wearing a representation of her personality in her clothing. So it's mixing every color and texture and print and style, and you realize, like, oh, she's bold, she's bright, she's bubbly, she's unapologetically herself. Whereas this season, you know that about her, so you don't have to always see it on her. So it allowed the character to be more tailored and monochromatic and pared down and a bit more French, but still Emily. So that was really fun to get to kind of switch up.
And also, she's more mature and confident, like you say. So, what's it like being the mature Emily?
I mean, it's fun because I think she gets to catch herself more in these moments of despair, but like she has herself together a bit more. Like there's less floundering and more a sense of, okay, I'm going to solve this now. And how do I do this? How do I draw from my experiences? Because if I mess up, I wanna still be able to move forward in a very like chic, sophisticated manner. But then of course she has her moments where she's like, what do I do? But it's less of that now. So I think it's kind of finding that fine line. But I think she's learned a lot from Sylvie and Camille and Mindy, and I don't want her to seem not Emily though. So I think it's like finding that balance.
Yeah, we still need those moments because it's
Yeah,
Emily.
of
We
course.
have to
And it's
have.
only human. We're not going to have our stuff figured out all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So, Emily has had a Brit, a Frenchman, and now an Italian, of course, a gorgeous Italian. So, could this be the one? Has she finally found the one?
I don't know. We have to go to a season 5 to find that out ourselves. So I'm like praying that we get to finally get a green light and explore more of Italy. I think that that would be so fun to see more of this city, but also of this country, and to see what Marcello might bring Emily. You know, it's a very different vibe. It's a different energy. I'm excited for Emily to get to find a different version of herself here. And but we do also leave the season with Gabrielle being like, where is she? And you know, Emily's off living her best life. So I don't know what's happening. I'm like, let a girl know. I'm dying to
Yeah,
know.
we like Emily in Italy. It's like we like this life. She is living her best life right now. When you see fans and everybody comes up to you, and obviously they've got so much to talk about, but who do the fans, when you see people on the street, in the supermarket, I don't know, do you still get to go to the supermarket? Who do they say they want you to end up with?
Well, I've been in England recently quite a bit, and a lot of them are Team Alfie, you know? I think they're sticking up for their fellow Brit.
Exactly,
Uh,
that's our boy, that's our Brit. So, okay, so that's in England. What about in the States?
I actually haven't been in the States very much recently, so I haven't really I haven't really been on the streets for people to come up to me there. But I mean, look, both sides get a lot of love. I'm excited to see what happens now that people are going to see Rome and Italy and this new character of Marcello. I want to see how this kind of switches things up a little
Yes.
bit with the audience, and how they feel. Because it is a new experience for Emily, and I'm always interested to see what resonates with people.
You're playing with our heads as well now, aren't you? Just messing with us even more by throwing Marcello into the mix.
You can thank Darren for that one.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Darren. And talking of Darren, do you now have an input on the storylines after 4 seasons? Do you guys sit down and do you give your input?
Yeah, Darren always has a conversation with me about different ideas he's having, and I go to the writer's room with him and all the writers, and it's very collaborative and communicative with me, which I really appreciate, and also with casting, because that's really important to, vocalize an opinion with him and do readings and kind of really feel like it makes sense for Emily. So I'm very grateful for those conversations and ideas that I have. He welcomes them, and it's a really fun process. 4 seasons, 5 years later, and I'm like going to a writer's room with these incredible writers and Darren, and we're just spitballing. It's amazing.
So fun. So we know how confident Emily is with her fashion, but for you, Lily, when now has it made you much more confident in your personal style?
Yeah, I think every year when Emily's wardrobe changes and the aesthetic of the show elevates, I learn a lot from Marilyn. Working with different designers on the show, mixing in vintage. I start to learn what works on my body in different ways as I also get older and change and grow and like learn new things about myself. And I'm always trying to figure out who I am now, because we all change our ideas and we cut our hair and we experience new things in fashion and what's in trend now. And so I definitely have learned how to take more risks, but also I think Emily this season starts to lean a little bit more into like what I would choose to wear. And so I'm excited to see if we go to a season 5, like how that would also transition again into maybe more of my aesthetic and more of my style. So it's fun. I really love playing with fashion, as you know, since I was a kid, and I just love playing out different sides of my personality in clothes.
And congratulations on your 3rd year wedding anniversary.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Did you get to celebrate? Did you get to be together? Because I know you've been traveling the world.
We definitely been traveling a lot, but yes, we got to be together in England, which was wonderful and very, very lovely.